Hey, Ray.
Cheers to health and wealth. It's all about 26.
Okay. I'm Tasha.
And I'm Mike.
And we don't have an intro, but welcome to Baesically Everything Podcast, where we talk about basically everything. And this podcast is about prenups, postnups, and teenagers thinking they're equals in our household. But we're going to start with, how was your day?
Today was pretty slow. Obviously work. But after that, picking up Mason. Oh, man. For me, this is a big deal. I purchased something I never purchased in my life before.
Oh, what's that?
A nice fucking office chair.
Oh, my gosh.
I've never had a nice office chair. And if you think, I didn't realize the chair I was using was Adrian's old chair.
The what?
This bitch didn't even have no armrest. And the seat was hard. That shit started making my back hurt, tailbone hurt. The highlight of my day was buying a nice, expensive office chair.
You're getting old.
Shit, oh yeah. Yeah, I am. I am getting old. Yours?
I went to work and then I came home. So I went to work about 9:30-ish. About 9:45, I was just walking around the office like, what am I supposed to be doing? And I did have a haircut appointment today. So I was like, okay, let me just sit here until my haircut appointment. And then I got bored. So I came home.
I left out something. So every morning I try to, probably 90% of the time, once I drop the kids off, Brooks daycare is right there by the shop at or the gas station. So I try to get us coffee every morning. And every morning when I get back home, she's doing the same exact thing, laying in the fucking bed.
Okay. Until it's time to get ready to work.
Yeah. And then you see me what time?
What you mean, when I come back?
Yeah.
I don't know, 11.
So you go to work at 9:30 and get back home by 11. But anyway, that's a good job though.
Hey, I'm close to retirement. That's what that is.
You ain't close. You like
couple months away.
Yeah, you damn near there. But kudos to you for that one though.
Right. I actually went to work.
You did. You may have gotten a little bit done.
I ain't gonna lie about that.
Your presence is needed. So you was there. You do what you need to do.
Sometimes.
The question I have for you is, say when we met, I was already wealthy.
Okay.
And that's just say $5 million. I'm already worth $5 million. We start dating, in a sense, I'm well off, but you don't know how well off. I got a nice car, nice house, whatever, but anybody can, in a sense, get those things, right? So we're dating, we're deep into this relationship. I propose, then I say, hey, we got to get a fucking prenup.
Okay.
How would you feel?
I would say okay.
Okay to just a prenup that I gave you?
Of course, I would have a lawyer or me like look through it, but I'd be okay with a prenup.
Okay, so in a prenup, what's something that is like a no-go for you, like that you're not accepting?
I would think there would have to be a cheating clause.
Okay.
It would have to be.
Okay.
Because I do feel like men with money feel as though that they're above certain things and that they can do whatever they want to. So it would definitely have to be like a cheating clause. If you cheat, then of course you would have to give me some type of money.
So, okay. So let's break this down. So you meet me, you finally find out I'm worth $5 million.
Okay.
And saying that cheating, what would that cheating clause be? Like, what would it be? Like, so, hey, if you cheat, you're owed what?
I don't see.
Like, not sure, but just give me an example.
I don't know exactly how. I know how prenups work, but as far as wording, that would be, I guess, more so coming from the lawyers.
Okay.
But it would be like, okay, if we were married for,
you say 5 years.
If we were married for this amount of time, you owe this amount of money per year we were married.
Per year. Okay.
Yeah.
And now that's just because of a divorce or just because of the cheating clause too? Because for example, we can have a prenup and then just say, what do you call it? Irreconcilable differences?
Yeah.
Say if it's that, you think you getting some money?
What's that word? Yeah.
I can't fucking say it. Irreconcilable differences, whatever. I know.
I don't know. There wouldn't be no differences to where we can't reconcile.
Oh, okay. Just say
because if you cheated, I'm out. So
I get that, but just say the man wakes up one day, he's like, you know something? I don't want to be married no more.
Then there would be like another clause in there, and like it just depends on, do we have kids?
Okay.
Or if it is just one of those, hey, I don't want to be married anymore, then yeah, like it would have to be something like, you ain't got to give me like no $1 million or nothing like that. But it's, you know what, for this amount of time that we were married, maybe I didn't work.
Okay.
And we're not together anymore. Here's X, Y, and Z to help you get on your feet. I don't know.
Okay. Something like that is fair. Something like that is fair. And just say it's like that, boom, I got 5 million, we're together 10 years, and now after 10 years, I'm worth 20 million. I'm worth 20 million.
Okay.
We get a divorce.
It's your fault?
Okay, say it's my fault. Say it's the man's fault.
Okay.
How much you think you should get?
Whatever is in the prenup, just as far as after this many years, or if I did X, Y, and Z, you'll get this amount of money per year. So so even if it say, oh, you only get $500,000 per year and we were married for 10 years, but now you're worth 20 million, that's a drop in the bucket for you.
We've been married how long?
10 years. You just said 10
That's
years.
5 mil.
Okay. Out of your 20. So you still got 15.
But still, what's that? That's right under a quarter
It's a quarter
of my net worth.
Yeah.
No. So in my head.
First, we just put a dollar amount on it. We didn't say, oh my goodness, I'm not going to give you more than $5 million. Because you just said, we got together, you're worth $5 million. Right. We get divorced, you're worth 20. Right. We had a prenup before you made the other 15 mil. So if in that prenup, it say you get $500,000 a year, and say we was only married a year, and you gave me $500,000, and you're still worth $5 million. Come on now.
So I get what you're saying, but in my head, I'm thinking the 5-1, you cannot include the 5 million.
I'm not even including the 5 million. So we're just going off of a dollar amount.
Yeah, I wouldn't even propose that.
What would you propose?
It'll probably be something like definitely not $500,000 a year.
What would it be?
I don't know.
Throw out
a number.
Throw out a number.
Maybe $1 million.
$1 million a year?
No, total.
No.
$1 million. So you might get $1 million total, and then we'll work out something where okay, you keep the house.
No.
And then I'll get you a new car every 3 years.
No, because I don't care about cars. No.
But you got $1 million.
No, thank you.
So in hindsight, you think you deserve a nice portion of that 15 million that I've earned since we've been together.
I never said that. What I said was during the prenup, before you even made that $15 million, there will be a dollar amount, like per year, we'll get X, Y, and Z. If we were to get divorced because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I can see that, but it probably wouldn't be $500,000 a year. Wouldn't be that. But
so explain to me how you're worth $5 million and anything was to happen, you couldn't give me $500,000?
You talking about per year?
Yeah.
So we look up and that couple is married 10 years. That's $5 million.
But that was in the don't nobody know what's gonna happen in the future.
Yeah, that wouldn't even be a prenup that I would even agree to.
You don't know that because in the beginning, in your mind, I think you'll probably be like, you know what, 500,000, I'm worth 5 million. That's not bad. And I'm going to continue to make money each year.
I don't know.
So that's not a bad deal.
Put it like this right here. I can definitely say this right. I would absolutely be fair because we have children together.
Fuck them kids. If we didn't have kids, if it was just me and you, no children.
Oh, dude, you go walk away. You can get $1 million. That's it.
Nah, not if we have a prenup.
In that so the prenup, I ain't gonna lie. So the prenup, I would give you the prenup that I want you to sign. Obviously, you would take it to your own individual.
Right, and we would negotiate. It would not be.
It'd be a long negotiation.
That's fine.
It'd be a long negotiation.
It would just be a long negotiation because it's not going to be, I'm just going to accept what you give me.
And that's totally fair. That's totally fair. Now that this is the thing, you will still be coming out, or the female will still be coming out. I ain't gonna say she can be coming out on top, but she'll be coming out with more money than she came in with.
You act like I'm trying to go after half your fucking your money.
No, I'm not saying. Yeah, definitely not half.
I never said half.
Yeah, I don't.
But that's how you're portraying it. Oh, she's gonna be coming out on top. Okay, but you cheated. You fucked up. So it's your fault. It's not her fault. It's your fault. So shouldn't she be compensated for something that you did?
The $1 million.
No. If it's a prenup, okay, so you have a prenup or we have a prenup, you're worth 5 mil. You say, you know what, I'm going to give you $1 million if I do X, Y, and Z. And within that first year, you do X, Y, and Z. And now you got to give me $1 million. How you going to feel about that?
That's something I agree to.
So you couldn't agree to $500,000 a year?
Not per year, no.
But you can agree to, I'm just going to give her this meal?
Yeah.
After a year of marriage?
See, that'd be like, I understand because it's a numbers thing there.
It is. It
definitely wouldn't be a year. But I guess with that being said, the best way And I guess the way this whole thing came up with, to give a prenup is by the parents having the prenup.
What do you
So, for example, we have children, and I'm speaking this into existence. In the 6 months to a year, money's gonna come in.
Okay. Amen.
We got 3 boys and a girl. All motherfuckers gonna have to have a prenup. And guess what? The prenup is not on them. And I saw this on social media and I thought it was a brilliant idea. The father is worth millions of dollars. And he and his wife, they have between 4 and 6 kids, right? But the father said, listen, if you all want to be a part of my will or included into this trust, your spouse or potential spouse, they have to sign this. It's no negotiations. This is what it is. If they don't sign it, your ass is not in the will or in the trust. I think that's absolutely fair.
To a certain extent.
But watch this right here, though. The child is not the asshole.
What do you mean?
So he's not the asshole for presenting that prenup to their future spouse.
Okay, so
the dad is the asshole. I'd rather be the asshole than...
So I hear what you're saying, and I agree partially. The part that I agree on is giving the spouse a prenup. The part that I don't agree on is that spouse not being able to negotiate. Because, yes, there might be certain things in that prenup that you're not going to waver on. But if our child does something fucked up or cheats or does whatever, and like what happens with the spouse? She gets absolutely nothing because the dad wants to be the asshole, but it was the child that fucked up, not the wife.
But guess what? The dad doesn't want that potential ex supposed to be within his money.
I get that. But what I'm saying is you can put a clause in there to where, as far as, okay, if you fuck up, the money is coming out of your piece of the pie, not necessarily the family's piece of the pie, the child's piece. Because let's just say one of these boys have 6 kids and the wife doesn't work. The wife takes care of the household, takes care of, does everything. She signs this prenup. He goes out there and cheats and has some little other babies.
Oh, Lord, you going too extreme.
No, I'm not going too extreme. And I can't be in this situation, this and the other, and she wants to leave. Does she leave with 0?
She would probably end up getting alimony. She wouldn't be like, so I think this dude is worth like hundreds of millions of dollars. And just say each one of his kids gets 60 million or whatever. And one of them kids does whatever, domestic violence, cheat, whatever the case may be. And this kid got 60 million. You think she should get half?
I never said half.
No, I didn't say you did.
No, you did. You literally just said, do you think she should get half? You never said that. I said she should get something.
Yeah, she will get something.
I never said half.
What would be fair?
It should be a dollar amount.
Yeah, that's what, like, just off the top of your head.
So it should be, I was like, okay, if we knew that our kids was getting $60 million, why can't she get $250K a year?
For how long?
For every year that they were married. On top of child support.
It probably wouldn't be child support.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because I'm hoping the way we raising our kids, they would be present parents. So it'd be a 50-50 thing. So
guess what? Everybody ain't me. I'm going to tell you that right now. So you can say that all day, every day. You have some women that, although that the father might be a great father, she want everything.
That's true. That's very true.
So you don't know what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, but I guess I'm looking at it to where like that dad is really protecting the longevity. And then, I'm not saying this is my perception of it or whatever, but I think he was looking at it to where he's trying to protect the legacy of his grandchildren too. Because unfortunately, the way he was talking, he didn't give a damn about the spouses.
Obviously. That's what it sounds like.
But then again, too, if say they have a great marriage and so forth, she's still reaping the benefits. Or even if it's Brooke, he will still be reaping the benefits.
At the time, until somebody fucks up.
Just say nobody ever fucks up.
Then you ain't never got to worry about it.
Then she good. She Gucci.
So my question.
Why does it change the energy in the house?
Yeah.
I think because I think it really depends on who, like how the money's coming in.
Okay.
So you got some men to where, okay, say right now we're making an average salary. I do think the reason money changes energy in the house is I think it depends on who has the money.
Okay.
Meaning, for example, I go from making whatever amount of money to, I don't know, $400,000 a year, right? So this will sound so bad. But for example, if you go from low-key, say, busting bills in half or just divvying bills or whatever, honestly, if I'm making $400,000 a year, I'm not going to ask you to pay anything. I'm gonna just pay everything. Now, with that being said, like certain, not necessarily me, but certain individuals they're probably gonna fall back on doing certain things.
Like what?
Like a motherfucker might be like, you know something, I pay all the bills here. I'm not sweeping no floor. I'm not, you see what I'm saying? Certain individuals have that attitude.
Which I don't get. Okay. And let me tell you why. I don't personally get that. So you could be paying all the bills, but that does not negate the fact that there are things that have to be done at home.
I agree.
And even though you're paying all the bills, meaning you're working, I'm working too. So I'm out the house working just like you're out the house working.
I agree.
So why, when I come home, I have to do all of everything at home and you don't?
I'm not saying me personally. I just want to make that clear. Make that shit clear. I do think a lot of men sometimes, like, they can lead with their pocket.
Of course.
That's why I'm taking care of the shit. That's just how some men think.
But see, that goes into kids too. Oh, you had the kid. It took two people to make this child.
I mean, that's true too.
You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of men out there that don't want to
help raise kids.
Don't want to change diapers or.
Oh yeah, I don't understand that.
Get up in the middle of the night or stuff like that.
I'd have to do that, but
I guess Nelly and Ashanti had a conversation, and he was like, "Why the baby is little? I ain't really got nothing to do with what's going on. Give me the baby when he can walk and talk." I don't get that.
So I get exactly what he's saying, but I don't think he means that literally. So, for example, he said, "Give me the baby when he can walk and talk." Okay, I would just use us. When these kids were anywhere between 0 to whatever time they stop breastfeeding, what was the purpose of me getting it with you to feed?
That is true.
0.
Yes.
I'm just going to, the only thing I can do for you is to help you, keep you company.
But that made sense.
I think that's the position he's coming from.
Because you couldn't help me. Like, they're going to hold my boobs.
Exactly. Nelly, you can't do nothing.
Was she breastfeeding?
I don't know. I don't watch that show. That show is a little bit too ratchet for me. I like the bougie.
The bougie ratchet show?
Yes.
Anyway, we don't know if she was breastfeeding or not. But, like, his just biggest thing is, like, he ain't really want to deal with the little baby stage. He more so wanted to wait until the baby can say, "Hey, I'm hungry."
No.
Or, "Hey, I want X, Y, and Z."
I think, honestly, so was this before she delivered the baby, or the baby was actually here when he said that?
The baby was here and they did like some interview.
So I ain't gonna front. I'd rather deal with a 0 to 6 month old than a 9 month to.
Me too.
Them little niggas is ruthless.
Listen, I seen a post that said, "What is the worst stage? The newborn stage, the toddler stage, or being pregnant?" Obviously, you can't.
I can't answer that.
Answer the pregnant part, but between the two stages, newborn or toddler, what's the worst?
Newborn all day.
Man, listen, I would take that newborn baby every single day.
Absolutely.
Because the worst is not just the toddler stage, but the toddler stage and being pregnant. Like, I just remember being pregnant with Brooke and having Mason right there in my face. This little boy was like, "Yo, you got to entertain me." And I'm just like, "Yo, I'm tired. I need to lay down."
He knew someone else was coming. He was trying to get his attention.
Yeah, but I was tired.
No, I get that. I don't understand it because I've never experienced that.
True.
But I can say I'd rather be tired than aggravated.
I guess for me, I don't remember being tired during the newborn stage.
I'm not gonna say I was necessarily tired. Like, sometimes there were days I was fucking tired because there were days where, like, they just didn't want to go to sleep or stuff like that. And I remember that. But I can remember, like, being like, once they're like a toddler or older, they aggravate me.
Yeah, like now.
Yeah, prime example. Like, they can be aggravated, love them to death, but they can be aggravating as hell, and they're way more needy.
Yeah,
compared
to
me
can talk now.
Compared to change the channel. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to eat that. No, can you turn the TV up? Can you turn the TV down? I can't hear it. It's always something with a damn toddler. A newborn, you can literally lay their little ass in the middle of the bed and walk off.
Yeah.
Not saying I ever did that or would do that, but you can.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get back on conversation. Who feels the shift first when it comes to money? Spouses or kids?
Oh, man. I'm going to say the spouses.
I would say the spouses
because
too.
We getting the money, they ain't.
Yeah, but if, let's just say, the way we live now, if anything was to happen and we're not making as much money as we make now, certain sacrifices have to be made. I think, again, the spouses would feel it more than the kids will.
Because honestly, I do think we're going to feel it more because we're going to try to do our best to, in a sense, shelter them
From
so they don't have to know. Because there's certain things, there's certain phrases that me personally, I'm never going to say to my kids.
Like what?
Oh, daddy can't afford it. I'm just say fucking no. I'm just not going to say that. Obviously, if they go out there and say, daddy, can I get this yacht?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like shit within reason.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to be like, oh, no, daddy can't afford it. Or daddy ain't got no money. I ain't going to say that.
So you were saying that in the next 6 months to a year, money is going to come to us. I truly believe that. Lord Jesus, thank you in heaven. So when the money comes, they got this thing called a postnup. Would you want to get a postnup?
Okay, that means something pops off and I win the lottery? Just say hypothetically say.
Okay, so you win the lottery.
I wouldn't do a post.
Okay, why?
Because honestly, we're probably like on the same level now anyway. So say I got $10 million tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, okay, what we need to do, what we need to pay off collectively, whatever the case may be. Okay. And say we do all that, we got $8 million left.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Tasha, look, here go, I don't know, $3 million. Just this is yours. Do what the fuck you want to do with it. You're good to go. Whatever, we done paid off the houses that are being rented out. We done paid those off. We paid off the house that we live in. You got the car you want. I got the cars with an S that I want. College funds are taken care of, all that type of shit. And I'm probably just gonna bust the rest in half. Okay, boom, there you go. Here go yours. So if I'm down to $8 million, you got 4, I got 4. I'm just call it a day.
I like it.
Then that's just because, and then say the next day you decide to up and leave me, you ain't got to try to take the money from me. You already got your money.
That is true.
You're done. We can go pay $135 at the courthouse to get a divorce.
In Georgia, it's $200.
So whatever it is, it won't be involved. No lawyers will be involved. Let's say that.
So I will agree with you. I would do the same thing. Okay, hey, what we need to pay off? Let's get all of the bills or the debt out the way and the kids out the way. Yeah. And whatever is left, you take this, I take this. We call it a day. So at the end, if you ever did try to be like, oh, I need an extra $500K, I'm like, hey, nigga, you got half of what I got. So what?
Yeah, it'll be good. I'll just be living up interest anyway.
Me too. So I think I'm a better saver anyway.
Yeah, you probably are. But I guess something like the postnup thing, that to me, that wouldn't be an issue. That's way easier than a prenup.
Probably because we started with nothing. In our case, neither one of us was broke, but obviously we started with less than what we have now. But why would people get a postnup? Do you think
life changes?
I guess I'm saying, like, would it be the man gets this 6-figure job and the wife just stays at home type shit?
You ain't got to be making $1 million. You ain't got to be making $500,000. You could be making $200,000 a year, and I think you still didn't get a prenup. I worked with a guy one time when I worked in banking. This dude was getting a divorce, and he had worked at City Financial for years. He got a divorce, right? He didn't cheat or nothing. Now, mind you, she was a stay-at-home wife. Do you know this bro got half of his fucking 401k?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
So why do you think it's not fair?
Well, they say she won with him shooting in the gym.
She wasn't with him shooting in the gym, but what was she doing in the background?
I don't know.
Taking care of him. Did he eat? Was he clothed? Was his kids taken care of? Oh, there's a lot that happens in the background.
I totally get that. But so watch this right here. Don't take this man probably had $3 million in his 401k. Don't take the money that this man worked for and put up. Go after his salary. Get alimony. Get child support. You ain't got to get his 401k.
So that's just like being in the military. If we were together for 10 years of my military service, which we are just shy of a year, you would be
entitled to half your retirement.
Yes.
Which is fucking unfair. Guess what? What y'all live in when y'all go overseas? When go to Iraq? Like tents and shit? What do y'all call them? What y'all live in, is it a tent?
No.
What do you call them? It ain't a barracks.
I guess you.
Anyway, y'all live in quarters.
Okay.
You know why I don't feel I would be entitled to that? Did I get hit with a fucking mortar? Did I hear a bullet whiz by my head?
But that's
no.
That is not the reasoning.
What's the reasoning?
The reasoning is because while I'm away, you are here taking care of everything.
So?
NTC, I was gone for 50-something days. You were here taking care of the kids. All the kids, you made sure they was fed, bathed, teeth. You know what I'm saying? The house didn't burn down. They still had clothes and shoes and shit. You sacrificed as well because your partner was not here to help. So we both sacrificed, just in different ways.
That's still fucking stupid.
Oh.
Like, it's no way that I would deserve half of your fucking retirement. Guess what? I don't even know half the fucking acronyms y'all be talking about. So why would I deserve anything? Because guess what? I'm still capable of working.
You are.
And just use me and you. I work. Why would I get half of your retirement?
Again, it's about the sacrifice. Your sacrifice is just a little different from my sacrifice. No. That's it.
No.
Now, yes, you work. You've been working since we've been together.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case. Case in point, when we first moved here and 2 houses down, where Casey lived now, a black dude that used to be sitting outside smoking a cigarette, I don't think he worked.
He's a fucking bum.
But I'm just saying.
Guess what? And he the type of nigga who will stay married to that woman for 10 years and 1 month and leave her so he can get half her retirement.
I'm just saying.
He's a bitch ass nigga.
I'm just saying.
No. That shit is not right. Don't get me wrong. If I'm making a substantial amount of money, say $300,000 a year, it's a lot of money, but it ain't a lot of money.
Yeah.
And just say you were always a housewife, right? I think what would be fair, leave my fucking 401k alone.
So what would be fair to you?
What would be fair, the house that we live in, you keep the house. I pay for the house. I pay the bills at the house. I pay for everything at the house.
Okay.
Now, watch this right here. That woman or anyone, she's of working age, she can still get a job.
So, okay.
And the thing is, she has no bills. I pay all the bills at the house. All you got to do is get money to get your fucking hair and nails done. And buy McDonald's or whatever the fucking kids gonna eat.
So listen to this. If we were together for 20 years, I never worked. You decided to leave me. I'm 40-something, almost 50-something years old. I haven't worked. How easy do you think it's going to be to find a job?
Niggas get shot every day, B. Customer service. They're hiring at...
Do you think... Me and you had a conversation a couple months ago. You said you would hire me after being in the military for 20 years versus somebody that is 50-something years old.
Yeah, you're right. I would hire you compared to someone who's 50 years old who would do something of my caliber of work. You can go out there and go get a job as a customer service rep, no experience. They hire 18-year-olds every day. So you mean to tell me that woman could not function living in her $400,000 house? She doesn't pay mortgage. She doesn't pay the bills at the house. All she has to do is get money to operate on a daily basis?
Yeah, but it might be hard for her to find a job. It might take a while.
Well, that'll be fine. She still ain't got no bills. And then even something like that, I'll say, you know something? Okay, cool. Let's figure out a time frame. What, 90 days?
Listen, I'm going to say this. Because we're not in this situation, it's easy for you to say that.
Yeah, it is.
But if you were to ever go through that situation, your mindset is going to be totally different.
What you think my mindset would be?
Fuck that bitch. I don't care.
No.
Like,
I don't think it would be like that.
Let's be for real.
No, because right now, like the only way I can even imagine that because it's you.
Yeah, no, not fuck me. But
okay, you could be right.
Because at that point in time, you're not thinking about somebody that you love. You're thinking about somebody that made you mad and aggravated the hell out of you, and you cheated, she cheated, whatever the situation is. At that very moment, you don't like that person.
And that's true. I guess that's true. But I just think in situations like that, certain things are just off limits. I probably would have a different mentality, but at the same time, too, I am aware. So for if we have children, you see what I'm saying? But then keep in mind, think about this right here too. Like she could sell that house and keep all that money.
She can. I know you bring up the kids, but again, fuck them kids. For me, like I'm just gonna be like, hey, as long as you are taking care of your kids and you are doing your part, we're fine. They're going to be okay, regardless of what you do or what you don't do.
Let me say this right here too. I can honestly say, I don't care how much money I made. I would not marry a woman who does not want to work.
What if, because somebody like this now, what if we met, I was in the military, obviously, and I decided to get out a year after we got married. What would your thoughts be?
Why we need to have this deep dive of a conversation?
I just don't want to do it no more.
Okay, so what's your plan?
I don't have a plan. I just want to get out.
No, don't. You can't sign no paperwork until you give me a plan. Now, if you decide to go ahead and pull the trigger on this decision, keep in mind, you have consequences. Remember that you have consequences, meaning You may have a car payment. You may have other bills that you have been taking care of. Keep that in mind. That's just how I feel.
Okay, so I pulled the trigger. I said, I don't want to do this no more. I get out the military, no retirement. I'm working on my VA because everybody is working on their damn VA. You're working.
Yeah.
So why can't I just stay home with the kid?
No, because the kids already go to fucking daycare.
But if I'm out, then the kids don't go to daycare. They stay at home with me.
You ain't setting me up for the okie doke. No. You need to go find it. I don't give a damn if you working at CVS, you working at Foot Locker. You can take any one of these teenage jobs. No.
That's actually hilarious.
No.
Okay. Does money expose problems or does money create the problems?
No, I think money creates monsters.
I agree with that word.
That's what it is. Like, I low-key do feel like money really shows people who they really are.
Their true colors.
Their true colors. The money really shows, like, this nigga's always been a bitch. That's really what money does. And then money makes you arrogant, too. Like me, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Men. So
No.
Okay. So
No.
let me say this. I do feel as though women that make good money are more down to earth than men that make good money. Because when it comes to a woman wanting to be with a man, she makes majority of the money. She wants the man. She doesn't need him. So it's a difference. I want to be with this person. I love this person.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
I've never seen
It's a want.
I've never seen a rich woman marry a broke ass nigga. But I see plenty of rich men married. Because guess what? A man don't care how much money you get. He don't give a damn how many degrees you got. He don't care about that. How many women who are successful and married a nigga who's just a ain't shit nigga? I can start naming.
I'm not going to say this was when we were younger, but I had a friend that married a guy that just didn't have any oomph about himself. She was in the military. She was coming up in the ranks and getting degrees and doing well for herself. And he was just there.
You got the onesies and twosies. Let me say this. No, that's not true. Because you do got the, what do you call it? Like the Jody type nigga from Baby Boys.
Yeah.
You do got niggas like that. So yes, but them women ain't uber successful.
I'm just saying.
They managers at call centers or they work at Target. But I'm talking about like what's the movie with Taraji P. Henson, the Steve Harvey movie? Think Like a Man, something? Remember she married the Michael Ealy nigga?
Yeah.
That nigga was broke.
Yeah.
But the only reason he got her was why?
Because he had ambition. He had a dream.
Nope.
Because if you watch the movie,
that nigga lied.
But in the midst of his lie, she was like, he was like, oh, I know that's such and such. And she was like, no, that's a dream. And she like fell in love that he had a dream.
She fell in love that he had a dream, but he was still lying because he pulled up in the Mercedes, the AMG. He used his homeboy apartment.
No, that was his apartment.
Okay, his apartment, but he was like, yeah, I'm between gigs. I'm just debating like what I want to do. And you making it seem like you was choosing between this Michelin-starred restaurant. Nigga, you was working at you was a line cook.
Oh my God.
So he lied.
Lied.
But guess what? But if he would have told the truth, would she have given him the time of day?
Probably not.
Exactly.
Probably not.
He pulled up in his damn Celica, say his 87 Celica. She would have given a nigga the time of day.
I will agree with you. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, no.
Yep. And I'll take a shot at that.
Okay, we're going to take a shot.
Health and wealth.
Health and wealth again.
Yep.
I'm really not going to be at work all day tomorrow.
God. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, that was a lot of lemon.
Oh, was it? Maybe put more euros in mine. But yes, men are more prone to date down than women are to date. That's why, back to it, prenup. Because more men ask for prenups than women. I have not researched that. I'm just assuming here.
Candy asked for a prenup, and look at her and Todd.
I mean, that's the problem. Candy got all that goddamn money. Todd does not fucking deserve half of her shit. Now, whatever they established together.
But so what she did, which was really smart, and what you said earlier, whatever projects that they did together, once getting paid, she always busted in half and gave him whatever, and she took whatever. So at the end, he could never say, oh, I never got paid for this or I never got paid for that. But what he's trying to do now is get full custody of the kids so he can get child support. Now that's a bitch ass.
So
fuck that move.
Yeah. Like knowing what I know now, especially in that situation, like they're dealing with money, property,
they dealing with
kids, all that type of shit. And honestly, the first thing that should be just known, Todd got enough money to live wherever he wants.
Yeah.
So it should never be no issue as far as where the kid's gonna stay. Boom, week here, week there. 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there. Whatever the fuck the case. That's easy. Obviously, you know what no child support because it's 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Now, going back to the projects, if Candy was already worth fucking 30 million and she worth 100 now or whatever, if they've earned, just say they've earned 50 million together, that's the only thing they should be looking at. Just whatever they earn together. All Candy's royalties, her businesses she had before that, whatever, that should not even be on the table.
No, I would say I think she was very smart that one, she got everything on tape. Like the Candy wedding thing with the whole prenup, everything was on tape because he was trying to come back and be like, I was
forced into this
prenup. Like, this is
Let me tell you something.
I see it. Like, let's be for real. But I will say this though. I'm glad that she stood on business and got that prenup. Because I do feel some men, not all, he was intimidated by her money.
I don't understand that, but okay.
I feel like he tried to get as much as he could out of her because she was funding the projects.
No, I get that. Yeah,
funding
I'm with
the
you.
projects, trying to make a name for himself and do all other stuff. And now it got to the point where I'm not sure who filed for divorce, if it was him or her, but it was like at the end of the scheme. You know what I'm saying? Like now he trying to go after her house and the money. And I'm gonna tell you this: if anything ever happened to us, you keeping the kids. You can have them. I'm not fighting you for them. Now I'm gonna tell you, the kids probably don't want to go with you. But
I'll be with them. I'll be a weekend parent for sure.
But if you say I'm on the kids, you got them.
No, I wouldn't. Like, honestly, I don't even think that would be a big discussion.
Cabo.
That wouldn't even be a discussion. We just go split the time. Like, certain things should just be like obvious.
It depends. Again, it depends. We can talk about this now, but Lord willing, this does never happen.
Nah, because like
in the moment, we can genuinely not like each other.
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind too. So good thing, like I've experienced a nasty divorce before, but like now we're cool, everything is good or whatever. And looking back at it now, if we could have done things that we did later on earlier, life would have been better because you just don't even realize how much that affects children, how much that affects you too.
Yeah, and the mental.
That's what I'm saying. So knowing what I know now, I don't even see what that would even happen.
That is true. I can definitely see that.
And that's the advice I would give if one of my partners was getting divorced. That's the advice I would give. Now, I'm not going to say, hey, give your fucking fortune away. None of that shit. Fight for that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But outside of like that, don't even fight for that. Don't do a little tug of war when it comes to the kids and shit like that.
Speaking of kids, when did teenagers start thinking that they're equals in the household? Is that random?
No, it's not random because I don't know when, but I do think it has something a tad bit to do. It's slightly our fault with our parenting because we look at this shit that our parents did, or at least for me, I look at the shit that my parents did that I didn't like. I don't necessarily want to do that. But at the same time too, as I get older, I see the mistakes I made with Mike. I don't want to make those mistakes
with the little kids,
with the younger ones.
I get what you're saying. Growing up, there are things that I seen that I didn't like. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to break generational curses, this, that, and the other. But then I feel like we're raising soft kids to where they have an opinion all the time. Mm-hmm. They question everything.
Prime example. Remember a few months back, I can't remember what the situation was, but Adrian wasn't doing something or whatever. And I guess the straw on the camel's back, I walked away or something, and whether Adrian made a face or did something
behind your back,
he was like, you know something, I'm taking all that shit. Boom, punishment was in place. So fast forward to last night, we was just downstairs, he was cleaning the kitchen, we was just talking shit back and forth, whatever. And he did something. I was like, dude, remember last time you did that? Your mama took everything. He was like, but you did the same thing. I said, that's the problem right there. You think you are on the same fucking scale with me. You're not. And I gave the analogy, probably was the worst analogy in the world. If I was to go piss in my car and then you go piss in my car, you don't think you're going to get in trouble? You don't think you can get your ass beat? But why? You did the same thing. Nigga, it's my fucking car. This might be
the government.
Fort Riley, but this is a dictatorship in this house. You don't get a say so. Yeah, now, will we let you express your opinion, let you talk? Yeah, we let you talk. But
that don't mean nothing.
That don't mean shit.
I don't get it. Just obviously he's driving.
Okay.
So with that, he's driving, and I do think he feels like he is an adult already. Because you picked him up from work yesterday. He tells you about the driving experience. One, we almost got into a car accident because here on Fort Riley, we have a couple roundabouts. There was a car coming. He was at the yield. I told him to stop. He kept going and then decided to stop in the middle. And I'm like, dude, we're about to die.
Yeah.
Anyway, he tells you the story about how we almost got hit by a car and how he stopped in the middle of the street instead of just making the left. And he thought that it was normal.
And then argue me down. I stopped at the stop sign. Nigga, it's a red light. It's no stop sign.
There was no stop.
Exactly.
It was a straight shot. And the people on the left had a stop sign.
Exactly. So I don't know if we give kids too much. Oh, I didn't have this, so my kids can have that, and so forth.
I think so because he's 17. I had my license at 16.
17?
When I say I was begging to drive, I was begging to get my license. I was studying that book.
But you know what it is, though? I think it has a lot to do with kids now and their social skills.
Okay.
And then, like, they get everything much easier.
What do you mean?
For example, it's something as small as trying to figure something out. I don't just anything trying to figure out compared to, okay, say if I was trying to change my brakes when I was 17, which was in fucking 97.
Okay.
I couldn't go on my phone and Google how to change brakes. Either I'm going to have to take that bitch apart, have a book, have the manual with it. I'll buy like a repair book for that make and model of my car, or I got to add somebody. Now these little niggas can go YouTube, eating everything. So it's no process and there's no appreciation for being able to learn how to do X, Y, Z.
I get that part, yeah.
So there's no appreciation for anything now because it all comes that fast.
I would say they are definitely book smart, but they are not
dumb.
I didn't say dumb.
I've seen our kids walk out the house. It can be
oh my God.
6 degrees, -3 degrees or whatever.
Yeah.
And these little niggas will walk out the house. And not just ours, I see other kids. Like, I seen kids at the bus stop and it's 6 degrees. These little niggas got on Crocs and a Nike hoodie.
But talking about that, so I'm still getting over this cold. Everybody in the house had the flu. Everybody for that weekend was sick. Of course, it snowed. There was no school that Monday, but it was school on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. One of the people in the house that had the flu went to school on Tuesday because he was feeling better, walked in the house with a hoodie on, and it was -1 degrees outside. And they ain't gonna say it wasn't that cold.
Shit me.
You know what? When you're waiting inside the house to see if the bus is coming down the street, yeah, it's not gonna be that cold. But if you was outside standing at the corner of the street like you're supposed to, your ass would have been freezing.
And even something that simple to where if the bus comes at 6:30, there's no way you should be walking out of the house at 6:29.
Oh my God, that burns me up.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't know what he does. I don't know if he just peeks out the door to see if the bus is coming and then be like, oh, I'm going to start walking once the bus. Dude, I don't get it.
I was telling him one day, I was like, dude, if you are walking to the bus stop and we had to wait on you, it was no waiting. It was no, like, you getting left.
Let the kids do that too.
No, because I see kids, I'm obviously up a lot of times when he's up. I see kids out there waiting. Now, granted, he's 75 yards.
He's a lot close.
He's close. He can still walk out there. And maybe we should start making him because I think that's Bill's character.
I don't know. What happened to my little 7-year-old that would get up, buy an alarm clock, get his clothes, brush his teeth, get his book bag, his lunchbox, go outside, lock the door behind him, go to the corner, wait on the bus.
You peaked too early.
Because at 17, 10 years
the
later.
Opposite.
Then on top of that, I didn't tell you, a couple times he was taking a shower in the morning.
Yeah.
You're taking a shower.
And it's 6 degrees outside.
Right before you walk outside.
And and if you think that goes back into it to our kids now, the things that we found to be important or cool or whatever, they don't find them to be the same. Now you got a handful of kids who like, shit, nigga, I gotta be clean as hell going to school. But honestly, I think the majority of kids are not really worried about that.
I will agree. I will say 90% of them kids, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
Nowadays.
Prime example, my nephews. I think my younger one cares. He be like, yo, I got to find this drip. Oh my, you think about this right here. The older one be like, I'm throwing some sweats or I'm going to throw on something fly the first week. They know I can get fly after that. I'm cool. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that they just don't care about now, which is like not important.
Which to a certain extent is actually pretty good because back in our day, you had to have the freshest Nikes or Jordans or a New York Echo or Rockaware and stuff like that, to where the kids that didn't were lame or got talked about because they didn't have as much money as the next.
And you're totally right, because people got talked about because they didn't wear the whatever was in style, shoes, jeans, clothes, whatever. But watch this right here. It's cool as fuck now to be like, oh, nigga, I got this bitch from Walmart.
No,
it's not.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
No, okay, nobody's getting picked on for that Walmart. Let me say that.
Nobody's getting picked on for their clothes. Period. Unless they're dirty. Unless they're a dirty kid. But no, because it doesn't matter now. It's okay.
Yeah, and that to me, like, that's an advantage. Like, I think they have way more advantages, which every generation does. I'm sure I had more advantages than my parents, and my parents have more advantages than their parents, which that happens. But at the same time, too, there's a core element that's missing from our children's generation that we have, my parents have, and then maybe my grands. Something, I don't know what it is. I don't know. It could be responsibility. It could be confidence. It could be, I don't know what it is, something.
So I'm not going to say responsibilities, because let's just take our boys. They have responsibilities. The difference is they don't care, and they're not going to care until they get older. But it was like that with us.
What?
Well, or I guess with me. I hated doing the dishes, like with a passion, but that was my responsibility. Hated it, and I don't do dishes now.
Did you do what you do? Did you do them?
Yeah, I had.
Oh, next question. Did you do them to the best of your ability? Or you just did it to check the box? Say, I did it.
Check the box?
Oh, see, I was like that.
I'm not going to lie. Check the box. Okay. Like and at the time, I was the only person doing dishes. Who else was going to do the dishes?
I mean, I get that. Yeah, because you have a big gap. So I get that. I do think that kids now, they don't have a sense of pride about a lot of things.
Oh, you know what?
I don't think.
I'm definitely going to be devil's advocate. When I was a teenager, I had a job. I bought my own clothes and stuff. But like when it came to responsibilities, I didn't care. I was just like, let me just hurry up and get this over with. Let me just do this, such, don't talk to me. Let me just, you know what I'm saying? Until I got older, until it actually resonated with me.
I wasn't like that.
I think that's how the teenagers are now. A lot of stuff that we preach, we talk about now, is not going to resonate with them until they're adults.
Let me say straight too.
Or maybe until they're in college and they're on their own.
And I don't know where the disconnect was, but she gonna kill me again. That was the difference between me and my sister. We're 2 years apart. And it wasn't like I was stuck with the dishes by myself because she was old enough to do dishes. But I was like, kids, so say if she wouldn't clean the kitchen up, I'd be like, dude, you ain't even fucking fold the dish rack up. I would go back in and straighten up after her. What? Because I knew the shit wasn't done right.
You're amazing.
And she would say, I'm that kid to her like, oh, you just do everything right. No, I was a kid that always listened.
Okay.
That's all it was.
Then you were 1 in a million.
No, I knew I knew a lot of people were just like that.
Okay, so why are the kids not like that nowadays?
I think it's our fault.
Why Mike and Adrian don't listen?
I think it's our fault.
We yell. We punish.
Yeah, but not
we take away stuff.
Not like parents how they did then. But
why? Because we don't beat our kids?
No, they got too much shit. We could be taking shit away for a month. They got too much shit.
Nah.
I got a partner. This is no bullshit. Every year before school start, you go school shopping. Buy the clothes, the Jordans, all that type of shit. Then he used to go buy some bullshit shoes. And he was like, listen, you fuck up, this is what you gonna be wearing to school. You know, now, mind you, this was a couple years ago.
Yeah, you go.
But that don't even
Walmart now.
They got Avias.
That look like,
they got Avias that look like basic. What's a good punishment now? That's the difference.
I can tell you what a good punishment is. When I took wrestling away from Adrian.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Because can I? No, you cannot.
That was a good one. That was definitely a good. But for example, was that punishment impactful?
I think so.
That's probably what we don't know.
We're not gonna know until.
Yeah, I'm trying to think a punishment that I got that was impactful for me. I think my mom was to the door off the hinge.
I don't know.
But outside, I can't think. But then again, I didn't get in a lot of trouble.
I don't ever remember being on punishment. One, because I couldn't go nowhere. But I guess that was a punishment.
Don't say it like that.
My punishment was my whole life.
Yeah, don't say it like that. You thought I could go nowhere.
No, because I couldn't. But no, like in my household growing up, it wasn't punishments. It was whoopings.
Yeah. I will say this right here. This is a difference. You know how you said there's a fine line between fear and respect?
Yeah.
With my daddy, I was different on that fucking side of fucking fear. I was scared. Uh-huh. Like my mom would say, you know something, I'm going to call you daddy.
Really?
But then I knew my daddy worked an hour away. I knew he would leave work. He'd come whoop my ass. But then again, my dad's only whooped me like maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times.
That whole fear and respect thing, I never feared them. And I didn't respect them.
Yeah.
I was angry.
I can see that.
I was that kid. I was like, you're whooping me for this? I was more so angry. And I think my parenting style is because of that.
I can see that.
Because you're whooping me with an extension cord over what now? What, did I kill somebody? What's really going on?
It was so funny looking how you turned out as a person and how I turned out as a person. You would have thought with the freedom that I was given, that I would have been just fucking ripping and running the streets out there just crazy.
No, I would not have, because you had the freedom to do it. So I do feel like people that had the freedom to do it, they were more cautious in doing things.
Yeah.
The people that didn't have the freedom to do it, they were the ones to go buck wild once they got, like me. I didn't have the freedom, but I also didn't go buck wild either.
And that's where I'm going. Like, I knew girls who were just sheltered in college, got to college, was there a week, and was just like, whether it was drunk or they was just ripping, they were just a totally different person. You see what I'm saying? I had a long leash. But then again, I went through the period to where, okay, my parents were divorced, my mom got remarried, my stepdad was a street dude, was ripping and running in the streets. Like, I was a street club at 13. You see what I'm saying? But you would think I would have been out there ripping and running, just taking advantage. I'm like, nah.
No, again, like I said, because you did have a longer leash, I could see you just being like,
yeah, I did.
Been there and done that. For me, it was more, I don't even know how to put it. Let me show you. I'm going to be amazing. I'm about to.
I can show you better, I can tell you.
Yeah,
I get that.
No, I wasn't going to be out there doing nothing crazy, having 50 million keys, or working at Burger King, or not having a career. Although I didn't know that I was going to be in the military for 20 years, it was still like a stepping stone. Like, hey, I'm about to go into this military. I'm about to get these benefits. I'm about to get this degree, and then I'm out, and then I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And now I'm sticking it to you.
No, I can totally get it, because low key, I don't know if you ever thought about this, but that could have been like either consciously or self-consciously your motivation.
I think it was subconscious.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Because just even thinking about it now, like punishment, know nothing about no punishment. I know beating. I know not being kicked out the house. Like, I know that. But I guess you know what is so funny? Now that I'm saying this out loud, talking to Deja was just like, how are you still so optimistic about things? And I was like, I'm not necessarily optimistic. And she was like, okay, maybe not optimistic, but you're so calm when it comes to a lot of things. And I was like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to be mad? You know what I'm saying?
You know why? You know what your controllables are.
I can control this. It's like, we was on the phone and Brooke was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Who's on the phone? You and Deja?
Me and Deja was on the phone. And Brooke spilled jelly on the cream.
Shit. On the
Yeah. And I was just like, man, she just spilled jelly on the chair. Deja was like staring at me. And I was like, what? She was like, why are you not mad? I said, because I'm going to have to clean it up.
And it's expected.
So to me, it's not like an expected thing. It's, why am I getting mad over something that I'm going to have to clean up?
Yeah. And then again, you really know the situation. She's a toddler. She's 3. She didn't do it on purpose. It's not like she's like, look at this right here, and then smashes shit on it.
But guess what? Even if she did,
I'd have popped her little ass on that one.
Even if she did, it's like, I can do one of two things. I can get mad about it.
No, that's true.
And clean it up. Or I could just clean it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Because...
And keep your peace.
Right. What am I getting upset about? So there's certain things to where now I'm just like...
Is it worth it?
I'm not going to get stressed over it. I'm just going to go about my life.
No, I think...
Oh, she said I have patience. I'm sorry. That's what she said. She said I have a lot of patience. I was like,
You do. I'm working on that one.
It's my upbringing.
Maybe. I'm still working on it. As I get older, I think when you get older, you just become a little bit more impatient with certain things.
I don't agree with that.
Like, prime example, upstairs, she wanted to watch Spider-Man.
Yes.
But there's 50 million differences.
No, there is one Spider-Man that I know she wants to watch.
That's the one with the big head?
Yeah.
I know that. I know that now.
The black Spider-Man, the regular Spider-Man, the girl Spider-Man.
I know that now.
You don't pay enough attention.
No, I have too much. I already have too much shit going on in my head.
You don't pay enough attention.
It's honestly, most of it is probably not going to happen. I don't like, what's the word? I always say it wrong.
Right.
Damn.
Compartmentalize.
Yeah, we already have too many fucking compartments anyway, and I'm like, and we only try to open up a couple of compartments at one time.
How many compartments you think women got?
1 million less than a man.
1 million less? You sure? You positive? Would you have gotten Brooke the Valentine's Day candy if I didn't tell you to go get the Valentine's Day candy?
Yeah, I just would have got it on the 13th.
On the day?
No, Valentine's Day is the 14th.
On the day of her party?
Oh, okay, yeah. I probably would have, I would have got it, but I would have got it probably like you said, on the day. Because I probably had other things that were probably in my head, probably more pressing, but it would have got done.
No. So women have more compartments than men. We just know how to prioritize our compartment.
So I would say
it would have been one of these things where if I would not have told you, I would have forgotten and you would have forgot. And then they would have been like, hey, don't forget that the party is today at 3:00. And then you would have went to work and hey, the party today at 3:00. And now I got to go out. And
I probably would have just took up. I'm going to get prime example. Halloween with Mason's dinosaur thing, right? Costume came in at least a week before. Stayed packaged up or whatever. I had to take the costume up to the school. And guess what? I decided to do it at the last minute. I didn't have no batteries. It had to stay blown up, all that type of stuff, right? Bottom line is I got it done. And guess what? Mason has no clue of the bullshit that I went through to get that costume there. All he knows is what? Daddy got that shit done. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Because guess what? Brooke don't know that you bought that candy a week before. Mason don't know that I had to jump through hoops and take batteries out of a fucking remote control to get this shit to fucking work. He don't know that. He don't care. But
that goes back to women still have more compartments than men.
No.
Y'all just think y'all compartments are bigger.
No, we don't think that at all.
Yes, yeah.
So, for example, you tell me, like, Mike, you stress yourself out for worrying about stuff that you don't have to worry about.
Exactly.
That's a compartment that you don't have.
But I still have a whole bunch of compartments.
I mean, we got the same compartments. We just got a few more that y'all don't think about.
No, if you got 100 compartments, I probably got 101.
No.
Because you want to know what that other one is?
What? And what are your top 5 compartments? Go ahead.
Mason, Brooke, Mike, myself, and Adrian.
Okay. Those are our same compartments. But watch this right here. Those are your 5 compartments, right?
I mean, there's more.
Oh, no. Those are your top 5 compartments, right?
Yes.
I have the same top 5 compartments as well, too. But my compartments have sub-compartments.
So do mine.
You didn't say that.
You didn't ask.
You should just tell. That's still a compartment.
No.
Our compartments have branches.
So do ours.
Oh, I guess they do now.
They always have branches.
Well, you had to say that.
Just because I didn't say it does not mean, because you generalized the question. With you generalizing the question, you got a general ass answer.
Okay.
So, because parts, my compartment, nigga, one is retirement. That's a big one.
Question: do you worry about my retirement?
No.
I worry about your retirement.
Why?
Because that's just a part of just how we operate, our DNA. Like, for example, we may not say a lot of things.
But can you affect my retirement?
Can I affect your retirement?
Yes.
No, but your retirement can affect the household.
Yeah, that part, but you can't affect my retirement.
But I still have to worry about that.
No, you don't.
Well, no, in your head you don't. But 95% of men are going to agree with me. We're going to worry about all the things that even though we may not talk about it all the time or speak about it, we worry about it constantly. Okay. Constantly. Like, you got niggas who I be talking about parties. Hey, man, like, what y'all niggas ate today? Oh, ate so. We be worried about that. Eating. I'm not saying women don't do that, but I'm just saying we have a little bit more. But go ahead.
Anyway, this was a great conversation. Thank you for listening to Basically Everything, where we talk about basically everything. And just like our intro, we do not have an outro, but we do drop a new episode on YouTube every Thursday. And you can follow us on all social media platforms. That is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. When you follow us on all social medias, remember to spell it correctly. That is Baesically. Again, that is Baesically. Everything. If any part of this felt familiar to you, you're not alone. Hit the next video and let's keep the conversation going.